Hi there. I wrote this today. It's very in-your-face, confrontational, extremely contentious piece, and it's entitled Election Night, and it was conceived this past election eve, and it reflects my revulsion, my disappointment and shock with the Republican Party, the so-called conservative faction of the Republican Party, the extreme right, especially the teabaggers, who have demonstrated, under, of course, the leadership of Limbaugh, who have demonstrated that they are not real Americans, they are not loyal Americans, and their behavior, their disgusting behavior, is tantamount to treason. And you know what happens to traitors, or what should happen to traitors. So what they wanted to do to us should be done to them. Anyway, forget that. I just let it all hang out, and I'll see if it in fact rises to the level of poetic art. You be the judge. But if you're a Republican, a conservative Republican, maybe you shouldn't listen to this, because it's it's very contentious, but it still reflects my classical influence. Here it is. Election night. 1. Brother Orchid, with baseball bat righteousness, has rules and definitions for you, and all liberals by default. He proclaims, I'm paying too much in taxes, but I want you to cheerfully send your child to die for my country. Thus he closes the hymnal as he defines Republican patriotism. 2. Brother Orchid points to shameful liberal overspending, which ratchets up the national debt by unjust coddling of welfare mothers and frivolously providing sufficient health care to fourscore and 10 million liberals by default, which is why his taxes are too high, as he prepares to send undeclared income patriotically to the Cayman Islands and Swiss accounts, after deftly extracting the stars and stripes from his ass in explaining the Republican platform. 3. Brother Orchid is cheering loudly for the war on terror and all such manufactured colonialism in defense of freedom, as he orders up the foreign policy human salad with murdered nuns and priests, communists by default, violated Iraqi women and children, and My Lai massacred Julienne of pillage a village, communists by default, served with the side crimson dressing disavowed by the loyal GOP, who claim that it is your liberal agenda with your unfunded mandates, O liberal by default, that compels them to pay their exorbitant 1% in taxes. Way too much for loyal real Republicans. 4. Healthcare and Head Start are too much government for Brother Orchid, who rails against big government and pines for the good old days of the House Subcommittee on Un-American Activities, Joe McCarthy and his one-piece band, Nixon's enemies list, the Patriot Act, enemy combatants, and due process denial, government access to phone records and personal information apart from the rule of law. This is government in just the right size, in convenient amounts. As long as you wear jockstrap with the stars and stripes, buy Ann Coulter's Freedom Vibrator, and suck the Gipper's dead dick. How I love election night. Sorry about that. Thank you for watching.